Hello, everybody. Mike Sarna from Meadow Baptist Church here. I'm a couple of days behind on our Bible story, so we've got to pick up ground a little bit. This is out of the Jesus Storybook Bible. Today is titled A New Beginning, Noah's Ark, from Genesis chapter 6 through chapter 9. Time passed, and many people filled the earth. Everyone everywhere had forgotten about God, and they were only doing bad things all the time. God's heart was filled with pain when he saw what had happened to the world he loved. Everywhere was disease and death and destruction, all the things that God hates the most. Now Noah was God's friend, which was odd in those days because nobody else was. Noah listened to God. He talked to God. He loved being with God like you do with your best friend. God said, "Things have gone wrong. People have filled my world with hate instead of love. They're destroying themselves and each other and my world. I must stop them. First, we'll build an ark." Do you know how to build an ark? Neither did Noah. Luckily, God knew, and he would show him. He gave him some plans. "A storm is coming," God told Noah, "but I will rescue you, I promise. I'll send the animals to you that creep and crawl and slither and slime and gallop and hop and bound and climb. And don't forget to pack everyone's food." The storm was going to wash away all the hate and sadness and everything that had gone wrong and make the world clean again. God had thought up a way to keep Noah safe, but Noah would have to trust God to do exactly what God told him. Do you have a hard time trusting God? So Noah built an ark, short for a very large boat. Noah's neighbors came out to watch and point and laugh because they did not believe. They didn't believe Noah about the boat, they didn't believe about the storm, or needing to be rescued. And Noah must have looked rather silly. His boat was in the desert. The desert was nowhere near the sea, and there wasn't even a cloud in the sky. Why would anybody need an umbrella, let alone a boat? There's Noah working hard up at the top. So, there's not so much glare here. There we go. But Noah didn't mind so much what other people thought. He minded what God thought. So he just did what God said and told him to do. When the ark was ready, God said, "All aboard," and Noah's family and all the animals climbed inside. Then God shut the door. And it started raining. See the clouds and the rain? For minutes, that joined into hours, that joined into days, that joined into weeks and weeks, and the rain joined up into puddles, that joined into rivers, that joined into lakes, that joined up to a flood that covered the whole world. The boat that once seemed so big suddenly seemed very small. But in the middle of the huge storm and the crashing waves, and all the thunder and lightning, through it all, God was with them. And God kept them safe for 40 long days and 40 long nights. Finally, the rain stopped. The sun came out, and Noah threw up all the windows. "Hooray!" everyone shouted. Noah sent his dove out to explore, and it wasn't long before she brought back a fresh olive leaf. Everyone knew exactly what that meant. She had found a tree and dry land. The water was going down. See the fish in the water? They're watching the ark. At last, the boat landed quite suddenly on top of a great mountain. And soon it was safe, God said. "Out you come." And so they did, everyone skipping and dancing onto dry land. The first thing Noah did was thank God for rescuing them, just as he had promised. And the first thing God did was make another promise. "I won't ever destroy the world again." And like the warrior who puts away his bow and arrow at the end of a great battle, God said, "See, I've hung my bow, my rainbow, in the clouds." And there in the clouds, just when the storms meet the sun, was a beautiful bow made of light. It was a new beginning in God's world. It wasn't long before everything went wrong again, but God wasn't surprised. He knew this would happen. That's why before the beginning of time, he had another plan, a better plan. A plan not to destroy the world, but to rescue it, to save it. A plan to one day send his own son, the rescuer. God's strong anger against hate and sadness and death would come down once more, but not on his people or on his world. Nope. God's war bow was not pointing down at his people. It was pointing up into the heart of heaven. Now, next time, we'll be talking about a staircase all the way to heaven. See you then.